What's going on, guys? It's Tom, or Topton Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at Ric Flair's actual final wrestling match. WWE like to tell you that Shawn Michaels retired Ric Flair. However, Flair actually went to TNA where he wrestled another 10 matches. I've done 2 videos already covering the other 9 matches, which you can check out. And in this video, we're going to be watching back the Impact episode where Flair has his final ever wrestling match. Before we do get into it though, I'd like to thank my Patreon backers Marky D, Efran Martin, Alan Barkley, Gravedigger33, Jonathan Thompson, Cedric Cowan, and NX Gamer. If you guys want to see some more exclusive content from me and a bunch of other perks, check out my Patreon linked in the description below. It would really help me during these trying times and would be very much appreciated. Also, check out my wrestling podcast linked in the description. I've just posted an interview there with one of the UK's hottest talents, and check it out. It's a pretty good interview and it should be out by the time this is uploaded. But enough time wasting, let's get into Ric Flair's final match. Hey guys, before we get into it, just a quick message asking you guys to check out my wrestling podcast, links down in the description. Me and my 2 co-hosts, we interview one of the hottest talents in the UK today, Hustle Malone. We talk about maybe going to AEW, talking about Lego death matches, and much, much more. Check it out in the description.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle, and you are watching Top 10 Wrestling. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
It is TNA Impact on September 15th, 2011, live from the Impact Zone, and Ric Flair comes out to open the show. Flair gets on the mic and tells Sting to come out. The storyline going into this match is Sting needs to beat Flair in order to challenge Hulk Hogan at Bound for Glory 2011, a match that I've also reviewed and you can check out too. It's a pretty good one actually. Sting says that tonight he is going to kill Ric Flair and make his life a living hell. Okay, Sting. And Sting wants the match now, but security come out to make it not happen, but it will be tonight's main event. We cut backstage to see Jeff Hardy talking to the camera. Jeff has only just recently returned following the Victory Road incident over 6 months ago, and he is looking to get accepted again by the TNA locker room. We have our first match of the evening as it's an 8-person mixed tag. It's Anarquia, Hernandez, Rosita and Sarita, aka Mexican America, and they are up against the team of Tara, Brooke Tessmacher, Devon and the Pope. What a team. Devon and the Pope recently challenged Hernandez and Anarquia for the tag titles and lost, whereas Tara and Brooke beat Sarita and Rosita for the Knockouts tag titles back in July, and even in 2011, the Pope is still so charismatic, and I can't believe how they just ruined him. Overall though, this match was quite the mess, and the finish in particular made absolutely no sense as Tara and Brooke double pinned Sarita and Rosita for the 3 count. However, none of these women were legal in the match. None of them were tagged in. In fact, I don't think any of them were tagged in once throughout the entire match. But yeah, Tara, Brooke, Devon and Pope win this match regardless. We cut backstage and see Karen Jarrett bossing around Tracy Brooks. Karen calls her a cow, tells her to cover up her udders, and says she has 5 minutes to bring the knockouts to her. Okay, we then come back from commercial and all the knockouts are there, standing by with Karen Jarrett, who then tells the rest of the knockouts that there will be a Queen's Qualifier tournament to determine the participants for a fatal 4-way match at Bound for Glory with Winter for the Knockouts title. And one of those matches is going to be tonight. However, we come back to the Impact Zone and Fortune is in the ring, and they introduce Fortune member and Bound for Glory series winner Bobby Roode to the ring. This segment, basically just all other 4 members of Fortune, just hyped up Bobby Roode for 10 minutes and we're like, oh, we're so happy for you, yeah, go on Bobby, well, yeah, nice one mate. That's basically it for like a whole 10 minutes. However, Kurt Angle then comes out and Angle calls out Fortune and basically says, are you guys really happy for Bobby Roode, or deep down, do you wish that you won the Bound for Glory series, and deep down, are you jealous of him? Angle then reveals that every week heading into Bound for Glory, Bobby Roode will go one-on-one with a member of Fortune, and if any of them beats Bobby Roode, they're surefire to be the number one contender after Bobby Roode's match at Bound for Glory. And tonight, it will be Bobby Roode versus Kaz. And next up, we have the first Queen's qualifier match, as it's Angelina Love versus Velvet Sky. This was a decent little TV match here. It was sloppy at points, and Winter gets involved to try and help Angelina many times throughout this match. But ultimately, Velvet Sky gets the win after Winter accidentally hits Angelina with the belt, and Velvet Sky will be part of the 4-way at Bound for Glory. We cut backstage to see Jeff Hardy trying to talk to AJ Styles. AJ says now is not the time and calls Jeff Hardy selfish as he nearly kills the company at Victory Road, and just goes off on him like crazy, like saying, you know, I have my family to feed, I've been in this company for 10 years busting my ass, and you nearly killed it in one night. Let me clear my throat, sorry. Basically, AJ just goes off on Jeff Hardy like, damn AJ, damn, that was cold. We then see Mike Tenay and Taz on commentary, who are joined by Crimson on satellite, and he talks about Samoa Joe attacking him and says the words, you know, about 20 times. And speaking of Samoa Joe, he has a match next. He is up against the Blueprint, Matt Morgan, and this match is a submission match because, oh yes, when I think of a submission specialist in wrestling, the first person I think of is Matt frickin' Morgan. It's a very short, standard TV match. Joe distracts the referee, pokes Morgan in the eye, then locks in a heel hook, and Morgan taps out to Samoa Joe. Was there ever any doubt that Samoa Joe was gonna lose this match? Like, seriously. Kurt Angle walks into Kaz's locker room and says that Kaz could potentially be the next contender if Kaz beats Roode tonight, and wishes Kaz good luck tonight. We then see Jeff Hardy trying to speak to Devon, and this time round, Jeff Hardy is a bit more successful compared to talking to AJ. Devon basically says they've been through it all for 12 years, they've had legendary matches, they've roomed together, and they've been through it all, and he's not going to let the Victory Road incident come between them, and Devon says that he has Jeff's back. Shoutouts to Devon, oh my brother, testify. Kaz versus Bobby Roode is next. Fortune Brothers collide. Has Kurt Angle's mind games got into either one of these guys' heads? Let's see. But this match ought to be a good one, and it was a good one. These two had a pretty nice match. Kaz is not going easy on Roode, and isn't just going to lay down for him, but Roode also ain't going easy on his brother either, as he wants to prove himself. There is a level of tension between the two in this match, as both men want to win it really badly, which was pretty much Kurt Angle's plan all along. However, in the end, Bobby Roode makes Kazarian tap out to a crossface to win the match. 1 down, 3 more to go for Bobby Roode, and Kurt Angle is shown backstage. He's not too happy about it, and what probably makes him even more unhappy is that Roode and Kaz hug it out at the end, and they're still brothers, no tension between them. We go backstage and see Bully Ray and Jerry Lynn both discussing their matches that they have at Bound for Glory. Bully Ray is vowing to destroy Mr. Anderson at Bound for Glory, whereas Jerry Lynn is vowing to destroy Rob Van Dam at Bound for Glory. And next up is the main event. The match we've all been waiting for. It's Ric Flair versus Sting in the main event of the show, Ric Flair's final ever wrestling match. Ric Flair has sworn to Hogan he will beat Sting, and Sting needs to beat Flair in order to get a one-on-one match with the Hulkster at Bound for Glory. Ric Flair is 62 at this time, and Sting is 53, meaning we have 115 years total age between these two in the ring. Bloody hell. This was also the era of Joker Sting, which was a very interesting time in Sting's TNA career to say the least, and this match, it goes exactly how you'd expect it to go. Like I said, there's 100+ years in terms of age in that ring, so it's not exactly going to be a super kick party, barn burner, flippy match. Another thing to note about this match is that it's one of the only Ric Flair TNA matches of his 10 where he isn't busted open or bleeds, which is a very rare thing for Ric Flair's TNA run, believe me. Even though it is a slow match like I said, I liked it. The fans were really into it too, which helped, and the story of Sting needing to beat him really helped too. Sting hits Ric Flair with a superplex off the top rope, which was crazy to watch. I mean, Ric Flair is a madman taking that at 62 years old, and Sting is about to win, but then Immortal runs out and distracts him. Bully Ray looks to hit Sting with a chain from behind, but Mr. Anderson comes out and scares him away. Hogan then passes Ric Flair brass knuckles, and Flair socks Sting in the face, and somehow, someway, Sting still kicks out at 2 and isn't down just yet. Sting starts making a comeback, hits the Scorpion Splash, locks in the Scorpion Deathlock, and Flair taps out to end the show and to end Ric Flair's career. Sting has got his one-on-one match with Hogan. Now, this match was not treated as a retirement match for Flair because TNA didn't know this would be Flair's final match. I mean, let's face it, his match with Shawn Michaels, it was meant to be it. It was meant to be his final match, but then he went and wrestled 10 more times, so to be fair to TNA, it was probably quite difficult to predict if this would be Flair's final match or not. Of course, it would end up being Flair's final match, but in fact, in 2013, Flair was meant to have his final wrestling match in All Japan Pro Wrestling. He was scheduled to face someone, but moments before the event, he was pulled due to a sudden illness. He was meant to team with Keiji Muto to take on Tatsumi Fujinami and Seiya Sanada, and it just never happened due to this sudden illness that he had, which was later reported as a badly swollen left leg. So overall, which retirement match was better? I have to say, I think it was, of course it was Shawn Michaels versus Flair. It was the perfect retirement match, but Flair just kept on wrestling and kind of ruined it. But if I had to choose a match to end Flair's career, it would definitely be that one over Flair versus Sting in TNA. As much as I did actually like Flair's matches in TNA, I think it was better off if it didn't happen. But yeah, I have now discussed all 10 of Ric Flair's matches in TNA. Maybe in the future I'll do a video where I rank them all. But overall, for Ric Flair's TNA run in terms of his matches, I actually quite liked it. He had some really good ones, like the one with Mick Foley, the one with Jay Lethal was good, Lethal Lockdown was good. He had some alright ones, like, it wasn't that bad. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video though, guys. If you did enjoy, then be sure to smack that like button. Follow me on Twitter at Top7 Wrestling. My Instagram is at I'm Tom Bell. Patreon.com/Top7Wrestling. Link in the description for more exclusive content from me, as is my wrestling podcast link down below, where I interview Hustle Malone, UK's next top wrestler. See you all soon. Subscribe, notifications on. Goodbye, and keep on rolling.